eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns. They already thrown by the size of me. I don't really get took, but my goose up. I will not live in a pile.
An absolutely perfect fall afternoon for football, and we are under bright blue Colorado skies at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Denver Broncos. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Carlos. Going full blitz first play, man. I ain't sparing that. Ooh, Quinn.
They'll start this drive out.
Oh, man.
Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And all the way home for the Broncos score. A big play there. His fifth rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Jesus.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Nicole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll run with Hall. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Here's Rodgers. This one complete to Nicole Hardman. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Touchdown, Jets! Cj's his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. The Broncos at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense last week, they certainly had things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
And he'll get it in a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 98 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And the slot man goes in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
Oh.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Douglas. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 3rd down. It's Douglas. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. The kick by Maher is good. For almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of. Record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to step. Look at this. Middle of the field. Breakaway. Into space at the 45. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
That's a bad play.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. But you look at this Bronco defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions. It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
No.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw it onto the sideline. And indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. On 2nd down, a run to Hall. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Shotgun now for Rodgers. They will find Davis. That's complete.
You got to
Give
get
him
that.
19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Touchdown. Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller,
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Open man downfield is Davis. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith.
He's on it. He's on it.
And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. This quick pass complete to Sutton. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first. They go play action now. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On second down now. It's Douglas. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
Here comes Grant on the return. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will take over. They're on 39-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Throw the ball.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
He's so open.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Working from the gun, Rodgers. On the slant, he's got Davis. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Rodgers now to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Back to the ground with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere. Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the lead grows to 14 and 24-10. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. Into space at the 45. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll run on first down. Douglas. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
On second down, here's Wilson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that.
That's good. Yeah, I'm fine. We walk away with a field goal. I'm good.
Good job right there.
Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
The kick by Marr is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest.
Before coming out
as
for the
we
second
send you
half.
on out
And for the
to our
call, we go back
studios in
out to
Orlando.
Denver
Here's
and
Jonathan
rejoin
Coachman
Brandon
and
and
REA
Charles.
Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Yeah.
Second half starts with a run by Hall. That's to about the 28. up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball again on second down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On play action, now Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
On second down, Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Might want to remember that third down play, 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Douglas. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Play action. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Marr able to put this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On play action, it's Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. Poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, You don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, Wilson. He finds Douglas complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down. Mims in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think that's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On 3rd down, it's Douglas, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Wilson going to throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Now Hall to start the drive, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Rodgers going to throw. Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. Mecole Hardman, 87 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start on the ground here on first down. 117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And quickly they get to the line. Wilson going to change things up here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Play action. Now Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And now an audible here into something else. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers.
Oh, yeah.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Straight ahead is Hall. Well, he's in. Touchdown, Jets. His 7th rushing touchdown, 11th overall. And the Jets have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that. They certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Better get the same boots he been getting, man.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Douglas. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go play action with Wilson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They give it off here to the tight end. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
What is he doing?
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Here now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Here's Wilson.
We know.
Oh, that's going to sabotage the plans. It is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw is Rodgers. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon.
That's tough.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That's returnable now for Smith. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here's 1st and 10.
Touch 50. No.
Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
On the move to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
Alert, 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 alert.
One last shot for Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Douglas. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
A big play here. 3rd and 2. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, what a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and